Yeah, I think I'll just go through the clubs in the order that they are here. I guess we'll just start with the robotics club then. What's happening in the robotics club? I think like everyone left. Everyone left except for Akitagawa and Sakura, so... I guess they just have to make it up somehow. Make up with each other somehow. I have to remember how to play this minigame.
Any luck getting the
Oh.
robot to move?
I'm afraid not as of yet.
Huh. Then how's the outlook for the finals?
Well, we're certainly lacking in manpower as I projected. No designer, no builder, not even a programmer.
Sakura.
Itokura-senpai.
You need to get Okitagawa to put in some effort. Hopefully he sets aside his pride and apologizes.
There you are, Okitagawa-kun. We need to talk.
Oh, Akuta-sensei. What is it?
I'm putting the Robotics Club on temporary hiatus.
What? What are you talking about?
I took it upon myself to look into this sponsor from your hometown. Turns out it was all a lie. It seems they have already cut off your funding. So then, where are the club's funds coming from?
Yeah.
I can't imagine a high schooler came up with $1,000,000 on a part-time job alone.
Well, thing is...
Guess Akuta Sensei found out too.
Anyhow, could you take a look at this?
That's... what?
A picture?
I found it on chat.
Oh.
It's the thieving robot that's the talk of Ijincho right now. The police believe some thugs are behind it all. Some jokers called the Ni-OK.
Ni-OK? Okay.
Anyway, they're a group who's selling stolen goods.
Huh?
Once connected to the incidents could actually be the Neo-Kaian gang, I see.
Now, moving on to the main topic. Tell me more about the bolt on this robot.
Oh. She's also very detective brain, I guess.
What about it?
This isn't good.
They're the ones we custom ordered in bulk from that factory, aren't they?
What are you implying?
Okitagawa-kun, were you the one supplying those thugs with the blueprints from the cabinet?
Why? What preposterous nonsense is this?
I think he's had enough, Akuta-sensei.
I don't want to cause a scene, so I'm not going to take this to the police. But I can no longer endorse the Robotics Club or its activities any further.
I mean, fair? Fair?
The other members have already submitted their resignations. Perhaps the time has come.
They actually resigned? Seriously?
They said they'd had enough of you. So would you mind submitting yours as well? That way it's all on paper and I can dissolve the club without any questions. And we'll walk away from this without holding you responsible.
How can I dissolve the Robotics Club after coming so far? Is this really happening?
I mean, it is very much your fault, your own fault.
I understand how badly you want to win the tournament. But these actions are unacceptable. Doubly so for helping out those thugs.
I don't like her,
You're
but she's
still
right.
young. You've got a whole future ahead of you. Try to reflect on this mistake and move forward with your integrity intact. Listen, this is what we call a teachable moment. You should be thanking me for not going to the police.
Yeah, right? You're just trying to avoid responsibility for this whole thing.
Pardon me? No one likes a know-it-all young man. When you're older, you'll appreciate what happened today.
I agree that he like needs to understand the mistakes he made. I don't agree with her wanting to just dissolve the club.
Why? We tried our best. How could this happen?
Own up, man. You just gotta own up, Okitagawa.
Sakura-kun, I'm sorry, but think you could give Okitagawa and me a little space?
Okay.
For Sakura. I feel like he's just being swept up in all this.
Okitagawa.
How do I approach this? Could Okitagawa really be the culprit behind the thieving robot incidents in the first place? Really screwed up, but you really screwed up, but I'm not sure if you're really... We need confirmation first. Your old connection with those thugs, that's not a mistake, right? Because I just don't buy it. Just explain where the money came from. Yagami-san, believe me, don't you?
Yeah, I believe you.
If I didn't believe in you, who else would? Yagami-san. Thank you so very much. Kitagawa. Sponsors already dropped out. How are you getting funded? What did you do? If you don't share this with me, I can't defend you. My father.
What?
Your father? The one who divorced my mother. He's a CEO of an IT enterprise. More money than can he ever feasibly spend. Okay, he's a rich
Are you
kid.
serious?
Seriously? Cyber Complex Inc. CEO Zenichiro Okitagawa. Find him pretty quickly if you look him up online. Then why lie about still having the shopping district sponsor you? Because it's terribly frustrating for me. Parents' selfishness prevented me from entering the finals in a robot contest once before. Yet I clung to my father, trading independence for a shot at entering the tournament. Wasn't exactly the optimal solution. Definitely a substandard process of elimination, to say the least. I see. Guess that explains why you lie. What should I do? Where did I go wrong? A lot of places. Kitagawa. I need to talk to everyone. I need to talk to everyone. 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 Never sat down and had a real conversation with the other members. You're so talented that you never needed to.
But
We need to be more open-minded and hear out everyone's ideas. Ideas?
yeah,
Heard what Kuramazaki-kun cried out, right? Have ideas too. Has it never crossed your mind before, listening to Kuramazaki-kun and the others' ideas? Well, no, I don't think it ever has. That right there is what you are lacking as leader of the robotics club. It's true that I was utterly, irrefutably wrong. Let's go talk to them, to everyone. Alright. Gather them up. Round them up, somehow.
Yagami-san?
Oh.
You wanted to talk? Oh,
Okitagawa has something to tell you.
Uramazaki, listen. I was wrong. And I'm sorry. So please, would you tell me more about your ideas?
you actually want to listen?
Yeah, boy.
Come on, he's being sincere. How much could it hurt to start over?
I know you must be bursting at the seams with ideas, and I really do want to hear them.
Well,
Maybe you could tell me about that cool robot design you were sketching up?
okay.
Great. I'm sure there's more to that design than meets the eye. Care to break it down for me?
Well, I'm not sure if I can really explain it.
Don't worry. Dare I say it, I have excellent comprehension. I'll do my best to follow along.
Alright, then...
This is Kuramazaki
You
voiced
said
by...
that Toto College of Sciences may use one of two strategies, right?
Right. One is the total defense strategy, where they'll focus on fortifying against our attacks, while slowly lining up their pieces. The other is the high-caliber annihilation strategy. They'll start by crippling our mobility with tremendous firepower. And once they've eliminated any threats, they'll slowly line up their pieces.
But we don't know which one they're going to use until the day of the match, right?
Yes, which is why we were developing two machines at the same time.
I don't recognize
One that trades
Kuramazaki's
offense and
voice.
defense for speed, and one to focus entirely on defense.
But you said the base might not be delivered on time.
Correct. That's why my plan was practically falling apart.
So, the robot I was building is really 2 in 1. I think one base will be enough, actually.
2 in 1?
Mm-hmm. The complexity of the design isn't just for show. It's functional, too.
How's that?
It transforms and changes modes. That's what makes it a 2 in 1.
Oh, nice.
If I understand you correctly, that means it can prioritize defense or mobility on the fly. So no matter what the opponent does, we can react. And that's why it only needs one base.
Mm-hmm.
But is that even possible?
Well, I was thinking, what if we affixed a thick, detachable armor on top of an agile, compact machine?
So, like a person.
That's thinking like a designer.
Cast that armor right off.
Nice.
Exactly.
How did I not see it before? Such an obvious solution.
The optimal solution.
Really was acting like a jerk.
So you want to build a machine with thick defensive armor that it can remove mid-bound. Isn't that against the rules?
It shouldn't be a problem, actually.
It just takes off the armor like the Yakuza shirt pull.
The tournament guidelines list out the rules in pretty extreme detail. Nothing forbids a machine from transforming, meaning Kuramazaki's idea gets by through a loophole.
Nice. Oh ho, a loophole in the rules, eh? Aye?
There's one place that welcomes getting through loopholes with innovative ideas. It's a robot competition.
Hell yeah.
With a transforming machine, we only need one base, which puts us back on schedule. This is a highly optimal solution, Kuramazaki.
Aw, cute.
Kuramazaki, the robotics club needs talent like yours. Please come back to us. I beg of you. I won't ignore your ideas ever again. Promise.
Better not, bitch. 'Cause Kurosaki already has trouble speaking up as is.
Anyway.
Thanks. And welcome back.
Now we just gotta get Itakura and the other guy back. Okay, Itakura's next.
Yagami-san.
Moving forward, I like to do it myself. You sure?
Yes.
I am. You helped me see what I was lacking as a leader, both you and Kuramazaki. President, from here on out, I want to face each member one by one. As the president of Robotics Club, it's time I redeemed myself. You'll take care of that. Itakura should be at the MRC. Understood. Until next time. Good luck, dude. Gonna have a heck of a time with Itakura and Takamori. You're probably gonna chew him out. Whatever everything went okay with Okitagawa. Just check on the Robotics Club. Alright. You guys have gossip? Fire door by the stairwell. Emergency exit. I accidentally leaned on it and it started opening on me. Are you serious? Shoved it closed again, but man, did I panic. Better be careful around that thing. Door by the stairwell, this one? I don't know if that's like foreshadowing something or— oh! Kids are out. Yep. Oh.
Hey.
Guys all came back? Robotics Club is basically doomed without me, isn't that right, Okitagawa?
Indeed.
Indeed. Came crying back, so I didn't really have a choice. I was not crying. Filled them in on everything. I told them about the Robotics Club funding and everything else. They were understanding about it. Alright then. Where are you all going now? We'll see if we can get Akira-sensei to reconsider disbanding the Robotics Club. Gotcha. We'll come with you.
Please, thank you.
It's very encouraging to hear.
And that's what happened. It was all a misunderstanding. Now can you please reconsider disbanding the club?
I'm afraid not.
But do you have any particular reasons?
Because I'm busy. The Robotics Club has been enough trouble, and I don't need any more of that.
Please, you've got to reconsider. The finals are coming up.
Please. I mean, we withdrew our resignation, so what's the issue? Why does the club have to get disbanded?
I beg your pardon. Watch your tone when speaking to a teacher.
Yeah, I'm back to hating you.
Don't change the subject. We all know those thugs weren't funding Okitagawa, so disbanding the club's pretty pointless.
In any case, I said no, and that's final.
Oh, busting out that logic, are we? Classic attitude of the feeble
What
mind.
did you just say?
Please, give the robotics club another chance!
Hey, now, just a minute.
Okitagawa. Good lord, man.
Okitagawa.
Please, I'm begging you!
Whoa! Akuto-sensei's forcing him to the floor!
Excuse me, Akuta-sensei. What's the meaning? Hey, Okitagawa-kun, you don't have to do that. Come on.
Never! Not until you reconsider!
Come on, just be reasonable.
Fine, fine.
You mean?
The robotics club will not be disbanded.
That's all you had to say. I can do all the work. You don't have to do shit, evidently. I had to claw the race through, but I guess it all worked out in the end. Goddamn, lady. Okay. Ever think I'd see Okitagawa groveling? Yeah, that was really something. Gotta win for Okitagawa-kun after he did all that for us. Yeah. I did get like I think the DLC gave me like a new, I'm not sure if it gave me like a blueprint or the actual like item.
Okitagawa.
You okay now, Okitagawa? Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. I'm fine now. Did you... Can't tell if you... Yeah, you look I think you look a bit less messy. Because you looked like a mess earlier. Alright, glad to hear it. Parts rearrangement. I think it's a chassis. Yeah. It's definitely a chassis. I guess this must be like better, like probably in the early game. So it's not as like OP as I thought it might be. Actually, which one is XF07? Who do I have anyone with the? Yes, I do. This one just has better defense overall, so I guess that's okay. And a lower cost limit. Nullifies the enemy territory's low speed effect. Oh yeah, I guess I can skip this. It's been- oh, this is a funky map, okay. Oh, one right at our doorstep. Nice. Wait, I need- someone needs to get that. I guess I have to. I have to remember how to play this game. No, I'm sorry, Makina. Let me just try and get as many blocks as I can. Nope, he's gonna...
No way.
I need to start placing shit. Ow, 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 stay- get off my ass. Okay, get out of here. Motherfucker, I was the one who got out. Okay. Give it to me, give it to me. I'm going straight for their base. Nice.
Feeling good.
Easy. God, my throat is dead.
This is murder on my shoulders.
Sitting at a computer all day sure takes a toll on you, doesn't it?
Finally halfway done. This might take a while.
Can we even finish this today?
Take a break, guys. Everyone seems to be giving it their
Head
all
home early for once.
for once.
But we still have work to do.
Really, you've already gone above and beyond for today. Heading home early won't put us behind or anything.
Oh, are you sure? Well, there is a game coming out today I want to play.
Go ahead and call it a day. You've all been doing a fantastic job lately. As such, I'd like you all to be well rested for what lies ahead. Your health is our top priority.
Yeah, character development. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Well, if you really say so, then I guess we'll call it a day.
Sure have changed, Okitagawa. I hope you take a break too. Although you look like you have like actually slept and shaved, at least.
See you later.
Yeah. See ya.
Sounds like you found a little breathing room in your schedule now.
Indeed. And it's all thanks to Kuromazaki's idea. We can compete in the finals with just one robot and a little utility.
Yeah.
I mean, the purge mechanism is a bit fiddly, but it's much more cost-effective than making 2 machines.
Nice. Guess it was a good idea then.
Yes, and it helps that the team's become much more efficient lately. It's like they're more motivated than ever before. Something must have changed.
Hydrate.
I think maybe
Hold
it was
on,
you
give me a
who
second.
changed Okitagawa.
Thank you for the hydrate, Pineapple Prince.
I think the reason everyone's so motivated is because you changed for the better.
Mm.
I really do hope that's true. Oh, Yagami-san. Here.
What's this for?
Are you on
It's to get in the
good?
cabinet where all the blueprints
I'm
are
just getting
stored.
all this side stuff in this
Wait,
game,
aren't those the robotics club's most valuable
cleaned up and done.
possessions? Why give such an important key to me?
Amasawa-senpai from the MRC
See,
asked you to look into it, right?
Huh.
Sharp.
So you knew?
Of course. The MRC's advisor runs into us right as the robot theft becomes a major issue. That could only mean one thing.
Well, I guess I can look at the blueprint now.
Got me there. But if you knew, why didn't you say anything?
It's not that I was saying nothing. I was merely keeping the leash a little loose.
Oh?
Huh?
If you investigated our members and proved us innocent, I figured that would only work in our favor. Amasawa-senpai wouldn't raise a stink about that, right?
Man, guess it all went according to your plan.
All according to Keikaku.
Well, there were a few contingencies I didn't have a plan for, as you know. But... Yagami-san, the blueprints in that cabinet are this club's treasures. Not even members have total access to them. Ideas are the seeds of value. The last president told me that before handing me this key.
Maybe it's the last president who did this? Who, sold the blueprint?
And you want to give me something that important?
Yes. That key. Consider it a token of my trust, Yagami-san.
You completed Okitagawa's social link.
Have Amasawa-senpai come take a look while you're at it. If that'll clear our names, then so be it.
Got it.
Aw. Calling her over? A token of trust, huh? I can use this to prove the robotics club's innocence. Just need to compare the thieving robot with the blueprints in the cabinet. Actually, I don't think it would be like one. I don't think it'd be like the previous president or anything. It would have to be someone who's rule of mystery fair play. It has to be someone that we already know. I don't know if it would be Akuta Sensei or anything. I'm not quite sure. But if the professor's involved, I don't think the teachers said know about the website, so... Okay. Let's investigate. I should call Amasawa over too. Get over here. So the blueprints are in this cabinet. That's right. Sakura-kun and Akuta-sensei said the blueprints for the robot resembled that thief bot that are in here.
But
Just need to compare the robot in the picture to the blueprints and prove the two are unrelated. Robotics Club's name will be cleared. Let's perform a thorough investigation. That is a lot of papers. You just throw them on the floor? Okay. This is a bread-eating race robot? It's meant for some kind of contest with a field day theme.
Yagami-san.
What is that, Yagami-san? This one's got a robotic arm just like a thief bot. That's not all. Also got caltrop deployment and smokescreen functions installed. Anticipated that the race for this particular field day would be no holds barred.
If I were to guess...
Oh my god. Hi Lister. Hi Zantok. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Thank you for waking me up. Are these functions identical to those on the recently enhanced default? Looks that way. I don't think this is a mere coincidence after seeing all. Hi. Why is it always when I play this game in particular? It doesn't crash when I play Arceus or when I do art. It only crashes when I play Lost Judgment. What is going on? Is it my PS4 or something? I don't think it would be. Or maybe it's like it can't handle the graphics of this game in particular or something? I'm not sure. Yeah, Cricketune sure did break this. Actually, yeah, it did crash before when I was doing art, so I'm not quite sure what's making it do that. I have no idea why it does this. Maybe if I get a better computer at some point in the near future, hopefully it will not do this anymore. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we found the blueprint, so yeah. The only one who can open this cabinet is Okitagawa-kun, right?
Which means...
I'm glad it hasn't like crashed. Oh god, wait, knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm glad it had not crashed. It hasn't crashed during like a cutscene that like autoplayed or anything. I had an ad in my email for a gaming computer that's 15% off and about 2K. Computers are expensive. I don't want to spend 2K on a computer. If that's the case, then he's the only one who has access to the blueprints. No way, he gave us the key himself. He told us to search as thoroughly as we wanted. Even as like Okitagawa was the culprit, he wouldn't go about this in such a roundabout way. Then who is? Hmm? I think altogether the parts for mine were about 1K, but that was 3 to 4 years ago. I think they were talking about like something about like GPU prices going down with the old crypto crash. So who knows? I just maybe just have to do a bit of shopping around. I'd like to find one that's like maybe like under 1.5K, hopefully. So I'll have to do my own research on that.
Amasawa.
What is it? It just hit me, Yagami-san. Whoever drafted these blueprints could just share their ideas without ever needing to access this cabinet, wouldn't they? That's true. I didn't catch this until now, but the name of the person who drafted these is on the edge.
Huh?
Oh. Oh, is it Kuramazaki, because he's the designer? Field Day Robot Contest Draft, Bread-Eating Race Robot, and more. Stereo High Robotics Club, designer Tetsuro Kuramazaki.
Really?
Kuramazaki was behind these? Him? That can't be right. Could always ask him, right? At least for now, just as a witness. I guess so. Kuramazaki's just like a little baby, though. He agreed to meet us at the cafeteria. Kuramazaki actually do all this? That has to be some kind of mistake. Wait. Oh, I thought that gossip icon was associated with the floor for some reason. I have been going around off stream picking up random gossip so I can flirt with my girlfriends more. These girls tend to gossip. Ever not eat ramen for lunch? I'm sure not. It's cheap, it tastes good, it does the job. Don't you ever get sick of it though? Someone else makes it every day, so it's always different. Like broth stronger on Monday and Friday gets extra green onions. Get more noodles on Friday too. I love the end of the week ramen. I should start getting ramen on Fridays too. School cafeteria. God, I think I got like. I wish there was a way for me to like look at like. I can't check my Buzz researcher here. There's this one keyword I got. What? I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's like the conversation that like triggered it was like it started like anyway, I was looking at porn the other day. I think it was like special events or like weird moments or something. Oh, what kind? Good question. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna out my fetishes.
Excuse me.
Yagami-san, what did you want to talk about?
Pleasure.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Kyoko Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club.
Huh?
Huh? Amasawa-senpai? But why? Actually, we've been investigating the thieving robot incidents in Eijin-cho. What? We borrowed the key to the club room cabinet from Okitagawa and took a peek at the blueprints inside. I'm not. No. Blueprint we found were identical. The blueprints we found were identical to the thief bot. You were the designer, Kuramazaki-kun.
Nope.
We don't think you're guilty of anything, okay, Kuramazaki-kun? We just saw your name as a designer and wanted to... Huh? Oh no. What'd you do? Kuramazaki-kun? It was me. Oh. Come again? I did it. I'm the one who gave the blueprints to the Neokain gang. Why? Kuramazaki-kun, think you could explain this a bit? Alright. One giving out the blueprints. There's no two ways about it, is there, Kuramazaki-kun? You really were the one who gave the Neokain gang the blueprints.
Yes.
I was.
Hey,
No one else is supposed to be able to open that cabinet other than the president.
if I were to guess...
That's why we suspected Okitagawa-kun, but I guess you didn't need the blueprints when the design was in your head, did you?
Yes.
That's right. Excuse me. Add shrimp fried rice for lunch. I really am sorry. Why are you in contact with the Neokain gang? It tricked me. Tricked you how? Put my robot ideas on my website so people could see. On your website? The ones that got rejected in the robotics club, I see. Kind of ideas. President Okitagawa turned them all down, said they weren't the optimal solution or whatever. They were amazing robots, I know they are. That's why I put them up on my website. I figured out there'd be others somewhere in this world who understand my ideas. I didn't want to just build a robot while having orders barked at me. I hated it. He's a designer. You can't... He's a designer, not a machine. You're upset with Okitagawa over his methods. What happened after you launched your website? I got an email called from someone called the Professor out of the blue. The Professor? What did it say? What amazing ideas. It would be a crime to deprive the world of such visions. I'll introduce you to like-minded people who will appreciate and support you. That's all it said. Professor? Got an email from the Professor. Then what? I met with these guys who called themselves the Professor's emissaries. They wore suits like businessmen. They're probably Koga's guys. Said they'd provide the funds, power, and shape my ideas. From the Neokain gang, probably.
Yes.
Right. So happy at the time. I remember thinking, wow, finally, people who understand me. Professor Laventon is secretly the baddie. I don't think Professor Laventon has an evil bone in his body. Professor Laventon is just he has such a friend energy. Such a neat guy. There will be no Professor Laventon slander in my chat. What happened after you met up with them? They introduced me to some people they called technicians. A room of an old building. Technicians? People who build and program robots. It's basically a bunch of engineering students and former engineers. They were making robots. I'd sometimes help with the designs or give directions. After that, I heard about the thief bot in town, and that's when I put together that I've been duped. It's just... It's just a kid. He's just a kid. He just wants people to like robots, to like his robots. So when I put my foot down, I stood up to those businessmen who tricked me out of my blueprints. But then, their attitudes took an abrupt turn and they threatened me. Said since I built a thief bot along with them, I was an accomplice. He didn't know better. This kid didn't know better. Said if the school or the police found out, being expelled wouldn't even be the worst part.
No way.
It's terrible. So I had no choice. I had to help them after that. I've been trapped in a corner for so long. Oh. Kuromazaki-kun. Yagami-san, this is unforgivable. I knew how much Kuromazaki-kun loved to simply create robots, and you took advantage of him.
Yeah.
I'm not too happy about it myself. I can defend you in court, dude. I saw my lawyer's badge. What should I do? Where were these technicians at? Do you remember the building? It's in Ijincho, not far from the school. Yukaingen uses it as a hideout. Is that the near the parking lot again? Tell me more about where it was. I really think that's a good idea. You think you'll be okay going up against Yakuza guys? I am fine. Okay. Don't you worry about a thing. I'm gonna make sure you don't suffer another minute, Kuromazaki-kun. Yagami-san. Thank you. Hideout's in a building in Ijincho on East Surakame Highway. It's on the first floor and they have a tiny white sign out front. Better check out that building Kuromazaki-kun told me about. Alright. I think there is like a point in the first game where Yagami just straight up shouts like objection. I don't remember if it's a side case or like in the main story. Fuck these guys. Taking advantage of a very smart kid. Over here? Tiny white sign. I don't see one. I guess it's probably inside. Must be the place. I see. I can't read that. Yamakawa Taioru. Taioru? Taioru? Yamakawa Taioru? What's Taioru? Taoru. Because it's written in katakana, so it's probably a loan word from English. Taoru. Oh, tower. Tower? Yeah, tower. Yamakawa Tower. Guess I'll take a look inside. Actually, no, if it was tower, it'd be more like Tawa. It's locked. Taoru. Is there really no one else in here? Or no one in here? Guess I'll open it up. Let's do it. Maybe I should have saved before. Oh, lockpicking. One. Cloudblock has an option to stop people from sending overly lengthy messages, is clearly targeted against me and will not stand for this discriminatory behavior. I'd rather just I send 10 messages in a row with only a few words each instead of more logically packing it all together into one message so it can all be read at once. How theory. It protects me from... Wait, it protects me from your, walls of text.
Nice. Perfect.
Alright, time to head on in. I think I've only really done like the lock picking. I really haven't really done like the what's it called? I think it's I can't say this word. Oh my god. Thumb turn bypass. I can't say the word thumb. Thumb turn bypass is the one I haven't really been using, or haven't used at all this game, which is okay, because the thumb turn bypass minigame in the last game was kind of a pain in the ass. There it is. So This is that thief bot Kuramazaki-kun was forced to make. Break it. I'll be taking this. That should put an end to their streak of chaos, unless they still have the blueprints. A laptop, huh? Some proof of the conversation with the professor on it. I'll take this too. Mine. Kind of bummed I don't have to give the Neokind gang what's coming to them. I have the evidence I need. I think I'm done here. Really? I don't get to beat anyone up? Damn. Maybe now I do? Oh. Heard we had ourselves a thief in the lab. Guess we found him. You are the guys who threatened Kuramazaki-kun from the robotics club. Did you force him to build that robot for you? Yeah, so what if we did? Threatening a minor, huh? That's a case we'll just have to take up in court. Court? What do you think you are, fella? I'm a fucking lawyer. Perfect time for a little bluff. I'm Kuramazaki-kun's lawyer. Lawyer? Little shit was talking to a lawyer? Word is you got Kuramazaki-kun. You told Kuramazaki-kun it'd be over for him if he went to the police. How about preying on Kuramazaki-kun's ignorance, you threatened to enforce a minor to aid in criminal activity. With the right defense, I doubt he'd even have to go to court. So really, getting the cops involved just seems like a pretty solid idea, don't you think? Hey... So is what this guy's saying legit? Hell if I know. Wait a minute, fuck the law. If we just kill you here, we're off the hook. Well, maybe I'm the idiot for trying to talk sense into guys like you. Fine, come at me. Alright, dude. All you have is a taser. Come on, get out of here. Nice. Don't you ever so much as think about Kuramazaki-kun again. I got all I need to put you guys away. Hear me? Bitch. Time to show Kuramazaki-kun the robot I recovered. But I said robot in a really rare way. Robot. Perhaps, maybe I should add Tsukumo to perhaps, maybe I should ask Tsukumo to analyze the laptop. Apparently I can't make the command response be someone's emotes. Yeah, cause I think like, the bot would have to be subscribed to them basically. Should be how it works. What's going on? I guess Kuramazaki confessed. Kuramazaki just told us everything about the thief bot. I was gonna make an exclamation point Asa with the gun emote. Yeah. Unfortunately, the bot... I guess... Maybe there's like a way of like, you make like an extra account that's subscribed. That's also subscribed to my channel, and then... I don't know how you do it, but like... And then like set up the name, so it's like, the bot commands go through that instead of like the default Nightbot or Cloudbot or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how people do it. Kuramazaki just told us everything about the thief bot.
What?
What? You told them?
Yes.
I just couldn't stay quiet about it. Alright then. This falls on my shoulders as well.
Huh?
The whole reason you got caught up in all this was because I never listened to your ideas. Been a selfish leader this entire time. I'm so sorry for that, Kuramazaki. From now on, we go all in together. President. Come a long way, Okitagawa. Yeah.
So this is that thieving robot.
Yagami-san, what are you gonna do with it?
Destroy it.
What am I gonna do?
You know, this robot was designed for a fall field day robot contest. Can you imagine? It was originally built to compete in a bread-eating race.
Right, I remember. We halted development on it to focus on this tournament.
That's why when this was finished, I was just so happy. It was everything I had dreamed of. built without compromising specs or costs. But I never thought it would be used to commit crimes.
Hey, Okitagawa, isn't it a bad idea to leave this lying around? Wouldn't it incriminate the robotics club?
You're right. We can't just leave it here in the club room.
But if we trash it and the cops find it, that won't help either. What are we gonna do?
Right. Disposing of it will be difficult. We may need to stash it somewhere until things cool down.
Disassemble it.
Kinda big, though.
Study it.
Where would you even hide it?
Study it. Learn a few things. Disassemble it. Just take it apart.
We'll dismantle it and
Yeah.
build it smaller so its original design is unrecognizable. We'll also keep it hidden for good measure. In that cabinet.
Very well, that very well made an optimal
I'm
solution to
terribly
tear
sorry
it
about this,
apart.
Kuromisaki, but it's the only way for now.
I understand. Let me handle it.
And he pulls out a sledgehammer.
I created it, so I should be the one to dismantle it. I'm sorry. I never intended for you to be used to commit crimes.
Just wanted to have a great field day.
We'll seal away the robotics club's secret in here. I'll take responsibility for watching over it.
Kinda like a casket? Or an urn, maybe? My point is it'll fit in a tiny place like this after you dismantle it.
Hey, Takamori, come on.
Thanks, Takamori.
I'm sorry. I created a monster.
I know it's sad, but it's also kind of funny.
Hey, even though your robot may be gone, it won't die. It'll never die.
What do you mean?
This one may have been dismantled, sure, but the idea lives on in your head. The idea is the very soul of the robot. And that's why robots can't die.
Yeah.
The same goes for this one here. One day it'll be rebuilt and find a new purpose.
Yeah. You're right. One day. It'll come back better and more practical than ever. It'll be a robot that makes life better for people.
Hope you win that bread eating contest. It just had like it just had like flushing down your dead pet goldfish down the toilet as a kid energy. My online gaming buddy? Aw.
Yagami-san!
Hey.
Gymnasium. How's Karamazaki-kun been doing after what happened? Bit dejected, certainly. Working hard to prep for the finals. Seems devoting himself to his work is helping him cope with the pain. He can make a better robot. A better robot that won't hurt people. Let's head to the gymnasium. I forget I can just skip this. Been feeling off all week, so this is a surprise for me. Yeah. This week has been crazy. I forgot how to play this game. Hold on, why am I rotating so much? It's like I forgot how to play this game. I'm sorry. I don't think I like changed my rotation speed. They keep getting so many blocks, please. I think my guys are just slow and also just very dumb. Please get that. Thank you. Or no, I guess you didn't get it. Uh-oh. Hold on. I want to restart. Because I forgot how to play this game. There's too many cutscenes between the actual like gameplay of this side story. And also this minigame for the robotics club is also just awful. Robots are just so funky to control. No, mine. I need to just wait for some to spawn by me, I think. Where are their blocks? Wait, there's one behind me. It's hard also to see like that little arrow where they thank you. The blocks are spawning. I'm just gonna wait, dude. Come on, just give it to me.
Looking good.
Wait, I need to oh god, you're gonna beat me on area.
Sorry, guys.
Ah, so close. Okay. Pelican as a stream. Hi, way off trail. I'm struggling a little bit. Trying to do this fucking Robotics Club minigame. I just want to finish the story for this one, please. Don't you dare! Ah. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Mine. Okay. Nice. Stop trying to shove. I'm being shoved. Okay. Place. Okay. Give me more blocks, please. Buddies. Nice. There we go. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we're just doing the Last Judgment side stuff before I continue with the main story. It's finished.
Yeah.
All that's left are the finals, which means I only have to do one more of this goddamn minigame. Okay. Can't believe it's already here. Sure is. Final battle to win it all.
Kitagawa.
Do you have any idea how the opponent's gonna operate? I do. I managed to watch Toto College scrimmage yesterday.
I have to guess.
In the finals, they'll come at us with high caliber and annihilation strategy. Tend to barrage us with heavy firepower and render us immobile. Got it. Still can't let our guard down even with our countermeasures in place. Remember, Yagami-san, a key to our victory is... What is that? Is that a helicopter? Okay, I guess it's gone. Remember, Yagami-san, the key to our victory is all about when you use the purge mechanism. Once you purge, you'll abandon your defenses in place of mobility. Lining up your pieces will be easier, but you'll be exposed to their ferocious attacks. So I guess the best way to do it would be just to get as many blocks as possible and then drop the armor and then place all of them.
In other words,
Should you purge right from the start, or do you surprise them with it near the final moments? Depends on how the match is progressing. As for the optimal solution this time, Yagami-san, I'll leave it to your judgment on the battlefield. Won't let us down. Let me know once you're ready. We'll head over together. Alright. You must switch your leading unit's body to Jack in the Bot. Does that get rid of my gun, or can I not use my gun until, like, I get rid of my armor, maybe? Ejects a piece of armor in order to transform into a mobile type. Oh, I guess it defaults put me on the shield. Okay. It's a funky little robot. Is that the battery? What is that? Doesn't look like a battery. Looks like a paint bottle. Finally, the moment of truth. Is that... Guess I was wrong. You made it to the finals after all. That's right. We're gunning for the win. Make sure you give us all you got, because we're not going easy on you. We mean business, too. Exactly what we wanted. Don't worry, we won't lose. That's a guarantee. We, huh? Well then, guess you fixed up more than just your machine, didn't you? Glad to see it. It's be one heck of a match then. You've really grown, kid.
what?
Huh? What are you hanging around for? Come on, we still have to prep ourselves. Sorry for cutting you short, Serio kids. See you later.
Kitagawa.
Got this in the bag, Okitagawa. I'm positive.
Of course.
As am I.
We do this as a team.
Our minds and hearts come together into a single mighty unit. Let's win this thing. Okay, this is gonna be tough, I think. I think they're gonna be really fast and I'm going to just be really slow. Oh, I'm actually quite speedy. Ow, okay. Please, it's kind of hard for me to move. Wait, there's something behind me. Matter. Oh god, wait. It's the controls are just funky. I just want to restart that real quick. I'm fast, but it's like I don't know if I'm. Get out of here! I can't fight back. Nope, no, 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 no. Turn, 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 no. I think I might have to lower my rotation speed, actually. Because I'm rotating more than I intend to. This feels so much better, okay. No. Oh, EX is getting absolutely bombarded. I might have to make my support machines faster, maybe. Wait, oh no, I needed that. Oh god, okay. That's annoying. Oh, they got my base. Okay.
Guys, we'll get him next time.
Okay. I might need to make my support guys faster. I'll put Supremacy on you just to see how it works. And now you also have so many more module slots. Actually, maybe I'll give you a AI. Yeah, because this doesn't count as AI. Okay. Otherwise, you are not going to be able to do much. Attack and block enemies. Let me see if I can get a better version of that one. Let's see how this works. Oh, I'm actually level 9 compact power now, so we're evenly matched. Ow. Get it, please? No, get the frickin' block. Okay. Please get blocks for me, guys. Oh. Okay, I see how jammer works. You only go after enemies. So if there's no enemies to go after, you just stop in the middle. Okay. That's not very smart, honestly. I'm just learning how this all works still, even though I'm at the end of this side story. No, I can't get it. I can't get it. Wait. Can I get it? I don't know if I can get it. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Oh my god, okay. I don't know how many tries that took. I don't want to think about how many tries that took, but okay. GG. Oh god. I'm sweating. Yeah.
How about it? How does it feel to be the champs?
Well, it was a long and eventful road here. Really, it was all thanks to the team, to my friends.
Oh.
Kitagawa.
Or Kitagawa. Or actually.
All this, I couldn't have done it alone. It's only because everyone pulled together that we were able to win.
Yeah, character development.
My heart, thank you, everyone. Serio Robotics Club is #1.
Ukitagawa.
It makes me so happy to hear.
Kitagawa. Congrats, everyone. And now I never have to play this minigame ever again. Won the RE Robo Rally. We beat him. We actually beat Toto College of Science. Yeah. Oh, we're buzzing. Tsukumo. I finished my analysis of that laptop. Impressive as always, Tsukumo. Alright, at Serio, I can drop it off there. I appreciate that. Go to MRC Club Room. I'm sure the president would love to know what's inside, too. That terribly clever girl I've been dying to meet. Yes, I'll definitely be there. Hope we can get some clues about the professor. Just Just take me there. Just teleport me there. It's fine. It's fine. The robotics club is like in the very far corner of the school, so it's a real pain in the ass to walk and to and from the robotics club and the MRC. Sukamo actually gonna be here with us? With his broken pinky? Actually, yeah, this part in the story, yeah, this wouldn't have unlocked until after your pinky got broke, so forgive me for making you wait. It's nice to meet you, Tsukumo-san. Kyoko Amasama, president of the Mystery Research Club. Is your pinky broken? You're the famous Amasawa-san. Yagami-san told me all about you. He and I spotted the hidden cameras we installed the other day. Tell from that moment just how perceptive you were. Perceptive? Come on now. As such, it's only fitting that I address you as Amasawa Joshi out of respect. Amasawa Joshi? Yagami-san. Sorry. Gets like that sometimes. Alright, Yagami-shi and Amasawa Joshi. Let's get to the main order of business. First, about that underground website you shared with me. Security on it was so tight it was impossible to get in. Even you couldn't hack into it. Explored a number of options, but it's most likely impossible. We're a bit outclassed by our adversary. The laptop. What'd you find out? Seems it was used to receive orders from the professor. Orders? As in via email? Correct. However, contains no email data at all. Was scripted so that an email would be automatically deleted upon being read, essentially making them impossible to recover.
If I have this right.
So basically, I went on my way to get a laptop, only to find nothing useful on it. Not quite. Remember, doesn't matter how robust your security is, humans find a way around things. What does that mean? Take a look at this. Memos have been left behind containing details copied and pasted directly from the professor's emails. Since emails are deleted immediately after being read, my guess is that the professor's subordinates copied them here so they wouldn't forget.
Are you serious?
Wow. Talk about careless mistake. What did they say? Go ahead, take a look. There's a boy at Seiryo High named Tetsuro Kuramazaki. He's a good kid and a hard worker. I want you to lead him down a path of delinquency. I'm sure you'll benefit from it too. I'll get back to you on the details. As for the 7 other Seiryo High students, I've already contacted them. I'll need your help as well. 7. The professor is like specifically targeting 8 specific students? This is... The professor chose Kuramazaki-kun specifically, so he's planning to lead him down a path of crime. Looks that way. Aside from Kuramazaki-kun, the professor planned to lead 7 other students down that same path, for a total of 8. I'm curious what the criteria these students had to meet in order to be chosen. Same here. Actually be hiding a clue about the professor's identity. Just have to figure out what the 8 have in common.
Skill detective.
Once we figure out who the remaining 7 students are, we'll be one step closer to the truth. Hold on. Something I want to check. But like, out of all the students... Micah was targeted. Professor made her to be a sugar baby. Then Kuramazaki. Assuming Oshikiri is being targeted here. Same with Suo. Photography club, it was Hikawa. Skateboarding club, it was Shigishima. Sanbomatsu. I don't think the professor was related to this case at all. This one was Kizuna Ashihara. This is just gonna prove more my theory that Itakura is the professor, I think. Cause the professor targeted Kuramazaki and Takanashi. They were both in, I think, the school festival committee with Itakura. So I think that means probably Kento might get targeted as well. Yeah. Because he was also in that club with them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the professor is just Itakura. You've been sus on her from the start. Yeah, because it would have to be someone related to school for some reason. And they also had to be like a good programmer, which Itakura very much is. So it's possible, like, as the professor, she's trying to get, like, revenge on the other school festival committee members, or former school festival committee members. I guess by getting them expelled or something? I don't know. Or maybe she's just spiteful. She could just be spiteful. I guess the next one is the boxing gym. Yeah, boxing gym and biker gang. Actually, I kind of want to do the boxing gym last. Because I really enjoy the boxing game minigame. Boxing gym minigame. But the biker game minigame is also kind of funky. I think I also got a new bike from the DLC as well. Wait, no, it's change ride. It would be under the Maxinator. Is this just gonna? Am all my stats about to just max out? Standard horn. Where's the big horns? I don't think there's really a point to having the big horns other than they're just really loud. So not quite max, but very close. I think I'll keep the Drift Army on for a bit, and if I'm struggling, I'll switch over to the Maxinator. I have to remember how to play this game, so let me do a quick practice. Urban Course I think is also Drifblim Army. Yeah, whenever I come across freaking Drifblim Mass Outbreak. I think Urban Course is also a DLC course, so I'll try this one out. I have to remember how to play this game. Or this minigame specifically. Made in Heaven Reiji. Wasn't Reiji the name of the guy who freaking died? Oh god, I need a freaking block, please. Ow, okay. Oh god, I am hurting. Okay. They're throwing off a lot of attacks, actually. Get out of here. I'm ramming you. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay. I lost? How'd I lose? How'd I lose? Usually all I have to do is just knock everyone out. I guess since this is DLC, that's why the ghost is back from the dead. I think this course must also just be very hard, because it is DLC. So I think once I get back into like the main story practice, then it'll be a bit easier. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna beat him, but okay. He has the machine gun on his bike. I'm on fire, not in a good way. Ow, that really hurt. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm in pain. I think that one's just very hard because it is DLC. So I'll just continue with the main races. I'm Oyamada, one of Suo's bodyguards. Akatsuka-san asked me to race ya. So not here today again? Suo-san's busy. He doesn't have time for you right now. As long as he remembers that the deal is that he has to accept my challenge if I take you all down. So I don't care if he's busy, I'll knock off the small fry while I'm waiting. What are you calling small fry? Wait a second. You? Your face is familiar. Do you work at a convenience store somewhere? Ugh. He does just look like a generic thug, though. That's the umpteenth time someone asked me that question. 17 years ago, I had to endure this. Being told like I look like some guy in the city, like I'm some background character. Today I'm gonna defeat you and become someone important. Okay, dude. Let's do this, Oyama. It's Oyamada. Alright, dude. 2, 1, Oh, you guys have fireworks. Okay. Isn't that Bakugan Ryan's gimmick though? I don't feel very durable on this bike. I don't think I am, actually. Why did I lose? I guess I just took too long. Let me switch my bike. Let me get the busted bike. Well, I just don't want the boss to get like too far from me, I see. I feel like I'm going really fast actually. Whoa, 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 god, that's a lot. Okay. Uh-oh. I died. Okay. This one's gonna take a while, I think. I'm taking too much damage. Let me restart. I think I just need to be more on the defensive, maybe. Because my issue is that I'm taking too much damage. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm taking a lot of damage. I need to start boosting. Fun. Don't you dare boost in front of me. Oh my god, okay. Okay. Pain in the ass. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh shit. Does this mean I can never be a unique person? Am I doomed to always be ass? Have we met before? Guys like that are really well suited to be ninjas, I hear. And he's a ninja in modern times.
Hey.
There's Ryan Acosta. Hey Yamada, listen. Why is Suo avoiding me? What's he been doing all this time? It's Oyamada. I don't know about Suo-san. All I know is that he takes his time when he wants to. I see. Do you know where he lives? No, but old man Sayama might know. He's gone to Suo's house a bunch of times. That was for a parental guardian interview.
Gotcha.
Parental guardian interview? Is this kid adopted?
Yep.
He hasn't shown his face for quite some time. I figured I could just go see how he's doing. Alright, why don't you come with me to his house? Huh? Yeah? Sure about that?
Of course.
Yeah. I think it might be a great opportunity for you to get to know Suo-kun. I'll come to get you right now.
Please.
Yeah, she's been kind of been a ghost. She's just sort of been looming over this side story. Alright, Yagami. Let's head over to Suo-kun's house. I think you might be surprised.
Hmm?
Huh? Why? Ding dong. Yes?
Apologies.
Apologies for visiting at this hour, but you're Yuma-kun's mother if I remember correctly. Can I talk to him for a bit? So it's you again. What do you want now? I want to talk about why Suo-kun joined a biker gang. Well, Yuchan has exams coming up. He doesn't have time to entertain your delusions right now. I guess she's in denial? Please, ma'am. As I've been saying, these are not delusions. Oh.
Mom!
Mom? What's wrong?
Oh.
Suo-kun.
Hey, Suo-kun. Hi there.
Suo?
What? Sayama-san, what's going on here?
Yagami-san.
Why don't we leave for now?
Huh.
Okay. I guess his mom is just in denial, or he's hiding the fact that he's in a biker game from his mom.
Excuse me.
So what was that all about? Sukun's mother doesn't know he's in a gang, or rather, she doesn't want to admit it.
Huh?
Like, she knows but can't admit it. Talked to her about Suokun countless times. I've also shown her how Suokun drives recklessly and enjoys it. She's in denial, as we say in the psychology field. Even if the truth is laid out clearly in front of them, they won't accept reality. How did this happen? To explain that, I had to give you some context about Suokun's past. First, the dad. I should question Sayama-san further. Suo's past. What about Suo's past? He was active in motocross until middle school. He was a youth champion.
Huh?
Damn. Motocross? He was a champion?
That's right.
That explains a lot. He's very famous, in fact. Motocross demands dangerous driving in every competition. I believe Suokun used his skills to smoke all those races Made in Heaven put him through to test his mettle.
I see.
I'll explain it. Even if he was such an amazing champion, surely all the kids at Stereo High and all the gang members would have known that. It's a complicated situation. Sukun's name got changed when his parents divorced. So when he's in middle school, he went by Yuma Aramaki. He didn't want anyone to know about his past, but it's likely he kept his former name hidden from his friends. That's what happened. It was the divorce itself which led Suokun to abandon his promising career in motocross. Sukun's parents divorced because of his father's adultery.
I'm sure it was tough.
His father had an extramarital relationship with a younger woman, abandoned his wife and child for her. His dad was the person who had taught Suokun about motocross in the first place. After his parents split, his mother didn't allow him to continue with motocross even though he wanted to, I see. Content with the sport, it forced his mother to be emotionally acknowledged that the father abandoned them.
I see.
Yeah, I see. After the divorce, the mother forbade Suokun from doing motocross and just pressed him to study very hard. Forget about motorcycles, you study and get into a good college, get a job at a top business and show your dad what you can do. I think it'd be just more fun if he just beat his dad's ass in motocross, but okay.
Yes.
What I understand, he resisted at first. Whenever he talked about motocross, his mom got so upset he worried she might actually lose her mind. All this was probably why he keeps the street racers and Made in Heaven a secret. Because I want to remind her of motocross. More complicated than I thought. Can a mother's denial be treated somehow?
Fortunately.
It'll be difficult. Suokun has already found a way to tolerate his mother's condition. The way he looked today, that was a shock. It's like a completely different person compared to when he's with the gang.
That's right.
Yeah, Suokun always looks like that at home. That's why his mother still thinks he's a good student with good grades. She still believes he's a strict discipline committee leader. Very much gives his mother the reality she wants to see. He's protecting her mental state.
I see.
Reality she wants to see. His mother still refuses to see Suokun for who he really is, and in turn, Suokun is afraid of showing her his true self. It's a very stagnant situation psychologically. Kinda sucks.
Yagami-san.
You still plan to challenge Suokun and disband Made in Heaven? I'm already close to doing it. I'm a little worried. For Suokun, I believe the biker gang is a replacement for motocross. What will happen to him if that's taken away from him? Can't just let him keep doing all these death races that could kill him.
Yes.
That's true. Maybe best for both Suokun and his mother to, well, accept reality and move on towards a real future. He'll probably just hold out until he's old enough to move out, cut ties with his mom, and continue with motocross that way. Please handle Suicune with care, Yagami-san. Alright. Things more stable. I got a new message from who? Emily. Oh! Hey Takayuki, why don't you stop where I'm working today? Here's an idea. I'll ask her if she wants some company. Use food as an excuse. I gotta phrase it just right. Make her an offer she can't refuse. It's what I read on some dating forums. Nothing to do but give it a shot. Have you had dinner yet? Yep, I just ate a little while ago. She already ate. Well, in that case. There's this cafe in Ijincho that's got amazing dessert. Do you want to check it out with me before we go to the bar? Oh? Yeah, that sounds great. I always got room for dessert. Nice! How about we meet up in front of the station? Sure, I can't wait. Just head over to the station to meet up with Emily-chan. Can I do that right now? Because if I can do that right now, I want to do that right now. Because I've been waiting to get this text from Emily for freaking ages. I want to do the date. I want to date the cute girl. I guess I can't do it during this time of day. Or something. I guess I'll continue with the, motorcycle gang then. I don't know when's the next time the time is gonna change, though. Who's next? Who the fuck is...
What's up, champ?
What's that voice clip? Hey, coming through. What's up, chumps?
Hmm?
Huh? Kim-san! From the Beef Zone? Yagami-san, why are you here?
Hold on.
That's what I wanted to ask you. What about your yakiniku place in the Beef Zone? Aren't you the owner? Oh my god, this guy. Okay. Why are you in a biker gang? Tell you the truth, I was pretty mischievous when I was young, you know? I had my hair dye red, I'd grease up in a pompadour and just run wild with my friends. Whoa, really? Riding around on a stolen bike was an everyday thing for me, hell yeah. Never would have known. Why be a biker now? There's a biker gang community for retired adults, of course. That's where I met Gudo-san of the Ghost Faction. That guy. Invited me to the group. Just the other day I had my second debut.
Oh.
I see. I guess you're pretty good since you got into Suo's group.
That's Kim, the striker.
I'm glad you still have the same voice actor. I was legendary. Kim the Striker was my nickname when I was young.
Are you serious?
Seriously? You? I never could imagine you had that kind of history. You realize the Neo Kaien gang was associated with this group, right? The guys who like beat you up on a regular basis last game? Anyway, from here on out, I can't treat you like a friend. This is gonna be a serious race, Yagami-san.
Get crazy!
Let's get crazy. Guess he's the type that suddenly changes as soon as he grips the handlebars. I didn't... Out of all the characters, I did not expect you to show up in this sub-story. But I guess since the Neo Kaien gang is involved, I guess I should have expected it eventually. I was blocking! Oh no, I'm in a bad place. I'm stuck. I don't think there's any way out of this other than to just slowly boost through. That kinda sucks. Yeah, I'm about to lose. Yeah. I can't believe that happened. Okay. That was just stupid. Oi! Kim is such a funky little character. Can't believe Kim can shred. Out of all characters. My heart is beating really fast for some reason. Feeling the adrenaline. I think I need to start boosting soon, yep. Come on, I think I'm really close. Come on, come here. Nice. Nice! You're nothing to me, Kim-san. Alright. Damn, I lost. Looks like you got a lot of friends, Yagami-san. How does a yakiniku party? How does a yakiniku party with everyone sound?
Does that mean?
You mean like on the house? You're funny. How about it? The beef zone right now. Let's see. Huh? Isn't that Suo? He's back. Oh, wait.
Hey,
Earphones? What are you listening to?
Suo.
Suo.
Oh.
Life of my family has made me oh. Audio learning. It's just some death metal. I see. Well, rock on. Is it like some sort of like hypnotism meditation shit? That's weird. She's just trying to... I see. That's kind of fucked up, but okay. Is it gonna be another person I apparently recognize? Huh? Where is everyone? Oh?
Hey.
You're late, so I got to enjoy some pre-racing. Yagamichi.
Hey.
Guys, what's going on? Y'all obeyed one thing they're supposed to obey. He who rules the road makes the rules. Right got here, I beat them all in a single race. What? All of them? Uh-oh. Aww. All my guys? Y'all suck.
Sorry.
Sorry, Yagamichi. We did our best. Are you just flexing, dude?
Suo.
Suo, what are you getting at with this? Nothing at all. Just enjoyed the race like I usually do.
Hey.
Asama, you take him on. My buddy! Me, seriously, but... Let's do this, Asama. If I beat you, then you'll be on my side again. Yagamichi.
Listen up.
You know, Yagamichi, to be honest... kinda excited about being able to race you.
What?
Asama? Been watching your races this whole time in total admiration, but...
Anyway.
At the same time, I was getting frustrated that I couldn't race you myself. I want to have a real contest with you as a true racer. Dude.
Yagamichi!
Rules absolute, and this time is no exception. So if I win, you'll listen to me, right? Yeah, sure, dude.
Ride or die!
And rah! I'm all fired up. Probably gonna race my other guy then. After him, or something. Ow! Actually, they're using Ghost's group tactics, so... I don't know if there's gonna be another race after this one. With kicks that they do are harder to notice. Let me catch up. Ooh, you have a gun. Why do you have a gun, Asama? I thought you weren't that type of guy. Seems just sort of like a dork. Tell me if we didn't join the same day, you'd probably end up in Ghost's team. If he moves in front of me, I'll just boost ahead. He seems to be quite behind me, actually. But he's probably gonna do a big boost soon. Ooh, that airtime. Nice. Oh, nice. Looks like I won, Asama. Damn it, shit.
Why?
Still couldn't win. Not against Yagamichi.
Oh yeah.
Suo-san. Asama.
Pretty good racing there.
You race well. Ah, thank you very much. Now you race me, Suo.
Right.
Yeah, it's time. Clearly the others aren't gonna be a match for you. This all ends with the next race. Great. Let's end this. I'm not sure. I don't think Suo's gonna be a pushover though. Sayama?
Yagami-san.
It's finally time, Yagami-san. Yep. Settle it all today. Tsukun's heart is filled with despair, but he doesn't know it. You're the only one who can save him, Yagami-san. You're the only one. I like to think I understand what I have to do. I've been working towards this the whole time. Please, Yagami-san. Please save Suo-kun. I will. I'll bring him back from the depths of despair.
Yagamichi!
So, Yagamichi, today's the day you take on Suo-san, huh? Yep.
Come on, please.
Don't you lose to him.
Rocky!
After Suo-san, I want to race you. Because if I beat you after you beat him, that means I'm the best. That means not gonna lose to anyone. You're the man I love, Yagami. The only man. I actually don't know the situation, but I'm sure you'll do well, Yagami-san. Promise all of you I'll beat Suo. I'm gonna win. But wait, are you guys sure you can be around me right now? Aren't you all under control of Suo, technically? I told him to come say goodbye to you. Goodbye? Taking me on for real. There's a good chance he won't make it out alive. I let them come say goodbye. I have no intentions of dying. We'll both come back alive, you and me. No murder. That right? Well, looks like you're ready then. Damn.
I'm Yuma Suo, the third rep of Made in Heaven. For this race, not only will I put my life on the line, but I will wager the team itself. So listen up. This is a duel to the death, to see who's really qualified to be the rep.
No one's dying.
Whoever rules the road writes the rules. Our code is king, and this race is winner takes all. So come at me with everything you got, Yagami.
Time to put this whole thing to rest.
You're about to witness a death race. A spectacle where anything goes. And this one's on a whole nother level. Whoever wins takes charge of Made in Heaven as its next representative.
You can do this, Yagami-san.
It's gonna take everything I got just to keep up with Suo, but if I hit him with everything I practiced, then I might just have a chance, as it is a fast auto scroll. Okay.
Rev it up! It's time for the ultimate death race!
This is gonna be tough, I just feel it. How many guys do you got? It looks like you've got quite a lot.
Let's roll.
22? Goddamn, that's quite a lot. You're gonna do what Reiji did, I guess. You really are hitting me with everything you got. Okay. Okay, two left. Two left. Like that? Bitch? Get out of my way. I have max boost, so if he speeds in front of me, I'll just speed past him. Oh, okay, you ram me too. Okay. As soon as you get close enough, I'll try to ram you. Yeah, you don't seem to be trying to, like, boost past me, at least. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you just seem to be staying pretty level with me, actually. It's hard to tell, but... Ah! We rammed each other. Okay, you're boosting now. That slowed me down quite a bit. Ugh. Come on, get me back to up to speed. Did I... Oh, okay, I think... Wait, did I get it? Did I get it? I think I got it. Okay, I sure got it. Nice. That was very close at the end there. I wasn't sure if I got it. Oh my god, okay. We're good. We're good. We are so good right now. Nice. No way! Suo-san actually lost?
Unbelievable.
Believable.
Suo.
So, looks like I won. Dude.
Hey.
Hey. Admit it. You lost. The rule's absolute, isn't it? Are you about to punch me?
Yagami.
You won, Yagami. As promised, I'll give up the rep seat to you.
Yagamichi!
Our new rep! For all of one day. I'll follow you forever. Yagami.
I've got the hots for ya!
Love you, Yagami. Allow me to recommend the Vivestone and Kamurocho for your victory party.
Yagamichi!
Let's take a picture to cap off the celebration. A picture.
Yeah.
We're all here, might as well strike that pose while we always do. Come on, everyone. Man, that one, huh? Okay, guess we're doing it. Hell yeah! Where's Yagami? Yep, in the front.
Yagami.
Yagami. Never thought I'd lose, but that was a fun race. I'm satisfied. Really? And heaven is truly a heaven for street racers. You'll be their protector now. I was becoming vice rep or something, just sitting back and enjoying the races. About that. About to do something important. Stay quiet and watch.
Alright, people. I know this is sudden, but here's my orders. As your 4th rep, this one's gonna be my first and my last.
First and last?
From the moment I joined Made in Heaven, every race I've had has taught me something new. And you know what? These death races really are thrilling, but they come at too steep a price. Personally, I don't like seeing friends and allies get hurt, and I sure as hell don't want them dying in accidents. We can't let the tragedy that befell Reiji Murasaki to happen ever again. Everyone here has learned some painful lessons. A loved one's death is an endless cycle of grief you have to work to break. Rina Minagawa and Ghost, that is, Dan Murasaki, their lives were derailed after Reiji's death. That's why I've made my decision. As of today, Made in Heaven is disbanded.
What? Disbanded? What do you mean, Yagamichi?
Sorry, to get one guy's
I mean
face.
just what I said. No more death races that cost too many lives.
Practice safe racing.
What the hell, man? I'm breaking up the club. That's tantamount to severing our ties as friends. Yeah, Yagamichi, what's gotten into you?
I already told you. I don't want to see my friends get hurt, or worse, die. And that's final.
If you do that, it's like everything we've done will be for nothing.
No, man. Not as long as we have each other's backs. Even if Made in Heaven fades into nothing but a legend, we'll always remember the bonds we've made over doing crazy shit. The biker spirit lives on. That's what'll keep us connected, even without the team. No matter where life takes us.
Yagamichi.
And just so you know, this is what Reiji would have wanted. This is the legacy he couldn't see to the end. Ride toward tomorrow, was it? Then we should accept his will as our inheritance, and ride out. Not toward death, but to tomorrow, carrying hope in our hearts. Do you see why it's up to us to fulfill his final wish to disband Made in Heaven? I know you do.
Well, we did have some good times together.
Aww.
So if that's what you believe in, then I'll follow. You're right. Our bond is forever. Yeah, I'm down with what Yagamichi says too.
That was easy. I thought they're gonna have more, I thought you're gonna have, more resistance.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that was what you were trying to tell us while we raced.
Everyone, thank you for understanding.
Reiji.
What?
I won't accept this?
He's mad. Yeah.
You traitor! You're really gonna take racing away from me?
Suo,
Don't fuck with me! I refuse to recognize this bullshit. I won't allow a disbanding.
You gonna fight me?
you do know what you're saying, right? This from the guy who kept harping on about his one rule being absolute? And now you're gonna break it yourself?
Shut your damn mouth! I won't let you ruin what I've done. Not today. I'll make you reinstate Made in Heaven, even if it's by force.
Okay, we're fighting this guy.
That's what you want, let's go.
Come on, kid.
Don't let me catch you holding back.
I know Kung Fu. Snake style. That's fine. Snake style is quite good. Maybe I just upgraded my snake style a bit too much, that I'm so powerful. Nice. Easy. You're nothing to me, Suo. No. No. Suo, do you understand now? What's been the most important thing to you? You always claimed the rule is what was truly important, but that's not the case, is it? It's just racing. Racing meant more than anything to you. You threw away everything else to protect it. You threw away the rule you admired so much. You even threw away your pride. And you know all that, and you still...
Asshole!
You still want to take it from me? You're gonna take racing away? My only joy? I am.
Damn it!
Go back to motocross. Why take it away? Why? Tell me. It's not that I want to take away your joy. It's not it at all, Suo. What then? There's no true joy in a race that puts your life in the line. At least, there shouldn't be. Don't you see? You clung to these death races so you could turn your eyes away from your despair. Death races were a false joy. A false joy. That's right. You abandoned what you were really looking for. You used you used the death races as an escape, but the happiness they gave you was fleeting. So, what you're really looking for was behind a giant wall in your mental psyche. And you know about that giant wall. You're just afraid of confronting it.
No way!
Think I'm afraid? It's motocross.
Oh.
Motocross is what you really wanted to do. But your mother didn't let you. It's where you got the joy of racing, the joy of life itself, right? Yeah, that's all true. Saw through everything.
Yeah, that's right.
There was no way I could forget. Sheer pleasure of riding that thing. Motocross was my life. Challenging people to races was my favorite thing in the world. I was told to forget it, but that was impossible. It was always inside me, even as I played the part of a good student.
Suo-kun,
Why don't we go back to school? I can try and convince your mother to let you do motocross again.
Hey,
Hey, listen, Yagami and Old Man Sayama. Why do you think I became the discipline committee leader? Sorry, I got distracted for like a hot second. The guys who are like squatting in the background like tilted their heads back and forth. Yeah, they're doing it again. In sync. It was just a little weird. Why? Because I got frustrated seeing others able to live freely. You had things I didn't have. They gotta enjoy freedom. That's why I wanted to crack down on them. Throw the rulebook at them. I see. That does explain it.
yeah, that's right.
Deep down, I didn't actually care about those stupid school rules. I was just frustrated seeing others be happy and free. Suo-kun.
Hey,
Hey, Suo. Do you think it's about time you start riding towards tomorrow? Talking about how some rules are stupid. Set up a stupid rule for dealing with your mother. Telling her what she wants to hear, letting her see only what she wants to see. That's a rule you impose upon yourself. It's not a rule you need to break, so you can look forward. You can start riding towards your tomorrow. Yagami.
what should I do?
It's no good trying to fix that situation. I can't even mention racing in front of her. If I did, she wouldn't even look at me ever again.
Yagami-san.
Sukun's mother is a tough case, as I said. Remember, tried to talk to her about it a number of times, but nothing worked. I got an idea. It's time for your mother to wake up from her dream, Suo. Tell her we're gonna have to take some drastic measures. What are we doing? What are we gonna do? Just show her Suo's biker gang get up or something? Show him racing? Oh. Yes?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm Yagami, a friend of Yuma-kun. One of Yu-chan's nice little buddies. You're in for the shock of your life. Sorry, but Yu-chan's at cram school right now.
Can I help you?
What? Wait, Yu-chan? What is this? What's with the outfit? It's not Halloween. Oh dear.
Please.
Ma'am, I'm asking you as Yuma-kun's friend. We allow him to pick up motocross again.
Oh, but
Excuse me?
what's all this?
What are you talking about? My Yu-chan outgrew those bikes long ago. Doesn't have any interest in them anymore. He's so busy with his studies.
No.
Damn it, lady. That true? Do you really believe Yuma-kun himself wants that?
What is this?
What are you saying? Of course he does. John wants to go to a great college and get a job at a good company. You can show him off to his deadbeat father.
What are you saying?
Who do you think you are?
Mom,
Mom, What?
but even so,
I want to do motocross. I want to race again.
please.
I'll keep studying, but please let me race. Yu-chan, it's been so tough on you studying for those exams. I'm sure you're tired. Get some rest. I'm sure you'll forget this crazy notion. Mom. Guess it's time for the drastic measures. Are you sure about this, Yagami-san?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Are we calling the gang over? I am. Do it. Excuse me, if you're quite finished with this nonsense, then please leave. Yu-chan has more studying to do. Nakama time. Looks like they're here. Calling the whole ass gang, right? Hell yeah!
What on earth?
All of them.
I'm sorry, but just what is going on here?
Please, Sam!
Huh?
Please, let our rep, I mean, Suo-san, get into motocross.
Oh yeah! His skills are the bomb! The guy nearly explodes all over the track!
Besides, the geeky version of Suo is super lame. But he's a star when he's going full throttle.
Come on.
What?
Don't you get it? These people are his friends. And they recognize what you've been refusing to see.
But this is all nonsense.
No. Yuma-kun's just that good behind the handlebars. His talent's what drew all these admirers. Everybody knew him as a pro on the bike. An unbeatable one at that.
Face the truth,
Death
lady.
races, he excelled in are highly dangerous things. These gangs put their lives on the line. And the only reason Yuma-kun got mixed up in all that is because you kept him from what he loved. Time and time again, you refused to acknowledge his pain.
You're lying. All lies.
This is your fault, lady.
You're just gonna close your eyes and deny it? Look at what he had to go through. What's the better option here? Accepting reality, or letting your son throw his life away?
How can I accept such a thing?
Mom. Like it or not, this is who I am.
Yu-chan.
It's not a phase, Mom.
It didn't matter if I played the good student or the strict disciplinary committee member. That's what was a lie. The truth is, my bike was always in the back of my mind. I couldn't forget it if I wanted to. And this has nothing to do with Dad either. I've always loved motocross from the bottom of my heart. So please, Don't take away the one thing I dream of doing. Don't take away my freedom.
I just can't.
Mom,
Come on, lady.
I need you to understand. Look at me.
I'm sorry, Yu-chan. Forgive me. I actually did know about all this.
Finally, lady.
I knew how you felt all this time.
Then, is it okay if I just do some motocross? No gang stuff this time.
You go right ahead, dear. As your mother, I want what's best for you. And if it makes you happy, then follow your dream.
Oh, they got the fireworks ready too. Nice. That went way better than I thought it would. It went way better than I expected it would. Alright. What up? Wow, so that's what happened. Yep. Man, Heaven was disbanded, and Suo can chase his motocross dreams for the time being. That's great to hear. Oh, here he is. Oh, right on time.
What?
Suo-kun. I figured I would ask him directly. Do you have anything to do with the professor? Suo-kun, you too use the underground site to keep in touch with the professor?
No.
Underground site? I never even seen it, never had any interest, but I got a letter, most likely from the professor, so he was also specifically targeted.
Huh?
Really, a letter? What do you mean by that? Anonymous accusation was delivered to the discipline committee. Sender was Professor M.
If I were to guess...
Professor M, yep. Could mean the professor. Maybe M is his first initial? Could be Moriarty? Revealed that some Serio students have joined Made in Heaven, driving recklessly day in and day out. Photo with the letter. It's a picture of the Serio students driving around with Made in Heaven. You read this accusation and went to negotiate directly with Made in Heaven?
Yeah.
Yep. Saw the photo, I couldn't sit on my ass and do nothing. Maybe that's what the sender wanted, to spur you into action.
Huh?
What?
In other words,
Professor might have sent the letter knowing it might ignite all the desires Suo had kept suppressed. That might be true. I remember the letter saying another thing. It said, "Are you sure you want things to stay this way?" That's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sure make it seem like the sender knew me.
Hey.
But Yagami, there's something off here. The accusation letter was sent to the committee members through the suggestion box. Suggestion box itself is inside the school. Someone outside the school wouldn't have access to it. Sender is someone from school, yeah, duh. There's no way to be sure of it, but... Is there anyone you can think of, Suo-kun? Someone who wanted to provoke you into confronting a motorcycle gang?
no.
Can't think of anyone. Too bad. On the bright side, we have a big clue here. It's very likely the professor is connected to this school. Someone who can go in and out easily. Who could that be? Itakura. I don't know yet, but we're definitely getting closer to this person's true identity. Feel him soon enough. I believe in us. We will. Yeah, we're good on terms of the biker gang. I don't think I have enough time to work on the boxing gym just yet. I think for the last 15 minutes I'll work on the Paradise VR stuff then. So after Toshihiro is Ryan. Alright. Ryan might be a bit of an issue. I don't know what kind of skills a ninja would have. Have a new skill. Lucky number 6. You only get 6 on your next 3 rolls. Reduce your rival stars by 7. This will be very good. Why am I attacking so slow? Mario Party. Yeah, we're playing Mario Party. Mario Party. Playing Yakuza Party. Yakuza Party 8. Surprised they don't give like the allies in these games, like Rival Battle. They don't give these guys English voice actors. Wait, actually I think Tashiro got a... Oh, we both have 3. Okay. Tashiro, I think, has an English voice actor. Ryan definitely does not have an English voice actor. Cane Man might have an English voice actor. Let me switch my styles. Let me try boxing style. Nice. 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 You get your turn skipped, bitch. Are you on me again? You sure are. Ryan, you just really want to fight, huh? Oh, you rolled a 1. Buddy. Buddy, does... It's okay. It'll be over soon. Come on here, buddy. Ow! Ooh. Stabbed me in the gut. I'm bleeding. Guy, just take him out. Just take him out. Can my clones do something, please? There you go. Skip your turn, bitch. Go ahead and skip it again. Skip. Just stay there, dude. Skip your turn again. It's probably good that this minigame doesn't have like an online multiplayer or anything. Because I'd be so toxic. Maybe can't someone stop we'll get together and play some Mario Party sometime. Then I can be toxic. I'll come back again for sure. Ryan Acosta. At first I thought he was a weeb who needed to get it together, but turned out to be pretty decent, didn't he? Oh yeah, helped us kick the Kain gang to the curb back in the day. May look like a harmless dude, but he's actually pretty crazy when the shit goes down. One he like lobbed grenades while calling out anime attacks.
Yeah.
That does sound like him. I can see why he likes grenades too. They're like ninja tools. Even Yakuza run when you see one. You say so. I'm just surprised he hasn't been arrested. Anyway, I hear he's still training to become a full-fledged ninja. Oh, and apparently he's a live streamer now? You know, I actually see that working for the guy. The anime man?